Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Tuesday evening, and this evening we are talking how the changes I've made with the prepping and the more frugal living have helped me probably manage to save about a third of my wages, which is huge compared to how I used to live. And don't get me wrong, I do not feel deprived at all. I do not feel that I am living very frugally. I'm still eating well. I'm still doing what I want to do. But I thought, I was just sitting and I thought, what have you done? How have you managed this? Because if I'd asked myself that question, if I'd told myself 2 years ago that I needed to save a third of my wages, I would have laughed in my face and probably had a panic attack. So, seriously, bear with me while I let the cat out. Right, you couldn't have said this 2 minutes ago, no? Go on. Yes, it's raining. I'm so sorry. She's only been in 5 minutes and she's away back out. So, yeah, I thought, let me go and have a look. So, I made a list. I actually typed it up because I'm quicker at typing than I am at writing. So, I've got my computer here. So, I've made a wee list of how have I managed to change my spending to be able to cut my costs so much. And don't get me wrong, this saving is all spoken for. We are emergency saving just now, so I'm quite lucky that I had already started this. So obviously you've seen my videos. I buy a lot of reduced price food at the supermarkets and freeze it or preserve it in different ways. And the preserving it means for me it's either freezing, dehydrating, making jam, making chutney, etc. But I have to say how fabulous are dehydrated veggies. This, throwing a handful of stuff in a slow cooker to make stew or sausage casserole or mince, rather than having to chop onions and chop carrots and things, having them dehydrated, best thing I ever did. Love it. Huge, huge difference. Um, Cut out unnecessary spending. I've got nails, hair, clothing, takeaways, eating out. Patrick and I used to eat out quite a lot, mainly because he lived in London and I lived up here. So when he came up here or when I went down there, we would eat out quite a lot. We don't now. We mainly eat in. It's special occasions that we'll go out and eat most of the time. Um, so yeah, that's quite a saving as well. And obviously takeaways, we haven't done that. Well, Patrick pays for the takeaways, so it doesn't cost me. I have cut my mobile contract in half. I had the same contract. It was actually Mum that paid for all our contracts at first, and mine was the only one left. And obviously, I was going through Mum's paperwork when she went into care, and looked at what I was paying, and looked at what Patrick was paying, and went, "Oh no!" So I changed provider and cut the price of my contract in half, with more data, I might add. I've also cut subscriptions to newspapers, to streaming services, to subscription boxes. I had a subscription box before, which I stopped. I've stopped different subscriptions for streaming services. I used to have Now TV, I don't have that anymore. Newspapers. My local newspaper is now, if you want the proper stories, it's, the more local stories. It's subscription only. And I'm not paying that. For the few times that I can't find out what's going on unless I look at it, if I don't find out that day, somebody will tell me or it'll be in Facebook. Nothing surer. I also stopped my online shopping as often. And that has made quite a big difference to what I buy, because I was looking at it, because the next thing on the list is I stopped buying as much processed food. And by that, I mean things like I used to buy a lot of chicken Kievs, chicken steaks, burgers, things like that. But I also, and frozen chips, always frozen chips. But then I found an air fryer and can make them myself. Potatoes are much cheaper than frozen chips, can I just say? But also things like, I was just thinking before I came and switched on the video, crisps. I used to buy like the big 12 pack of crisps, probably at least once a month. The last packet of crisps I ate were starting to go soft. It's so long since I've bought crisps. Biscuits, we still do buy biscuits, I have to say, hands up, I still buy biscuits. We don't buy nearly as many. So that's been a gradual reduction. It's not that we've just gone from all this to, no, you can't have it anymore. We've just slowed it down, and now we don't buy nearly as much. Using the easy cook methods, so using the air fryer, using the slow cooker, batch cooking, removing that thought of, I have to cook when I come in from work, which is why I had so many things that could just go in the oven. Removing that by having so many items in the freezer batch cooked. So at the moment, I think I've got my creamy turkey, I've got meatballs, I've got chicken curry, I've got bolognese, all in the freezer. So tomorrow morning when I go out the door, I will lift one of those out of the freezer, and that's for my dinner. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it means I'm not walking in going, oh, can't be bothered to throw something in the air fryer. My burn bag and my local joiner, I have a wood burner. And you see a lot in the stores, you'll get like your twisted kindling or twisted fire starter. There's shredded bits of wood and firelighters and kindling, etc. We have a security thing at the office, obviously, with the shredder. But for our personal stuff, everyone just gives me their stuff and I burn it. I'm going to burn it anyway. So, yeah, I have a bag full of paperwork to burn. All the junk mail that comes through, it just all gets used for starting the fires. And my local joiner is quite happy for me to come and cut wood from his skip because he's going to have to pay for it to go away anyway. So if I can use it, he's quite happy for me to take it out. So that saves me buying as many logs or kindling or firelighters. So that's a saving as well. And also make your own. If you saw the video recently, I made my own Lorne sausage. Now, Patrick and I really like Lorne sausage as a breakfast roll. So I have made my own. We made our own mayo, if you remember it. What was it, 8 o'clock on a Saturday night or something? Something stupid like that. And it was fabulous, and I love it, and I've made it so often, but I don't have any eggs just now, so I need to get more eggs. So all those things, none of them have been immediate. It's not like, no, you can't have processed food, and no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that. It's all been gradual, and now it's just normal. And it's saving me a fortune. Now, don't get me wrong, I still spend because I still have my caravan holidays. And actually, what I have done is we don't go as often, but we go to a caravan right on the beach, which is much more expensive. Well, not much more, but more expensive, but much more relaxing. So for me, I actually have a holiday. Whereas when we got the cheaper caravans that were in the middle of all the other caravans, I didn't relax as much. And when I treated us to this one that I found much cheaper, but it was like right on the beach. And oh my goodness, the difference in the rest and relaxation was worth its weight in gold. So that's what we do now. I also still have Amazon Prime for music, for videos, because I don't watch TV as such. And we still give donations as a channel. So some of the channel money goes to the donations. And that really makes me feel better that I'm still helping. So, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to tell you, was what a change from 2 years ago. A change in my shopping habits, a change in my eating habits, a change in my money habits. This is a really positive experience for me. So if anyone's thinking of trying this, then please give it a go for 3 to 4 months. Don't make any huge changes, just make it gradually, and they just start clicking in. And it has saved me approximately a third of my wages. And that's nothing to be sniffed at for anyone. So yeah, now I shall go and have more tea without biscuits. Catch you later.